Hey everyone, Chrissy here, or witness. It has been a crazy week. I haven't been doing a lot of political stuff like this in quite a while, mainly because honestly, I I know what's going on, but I don't like it's not eat, sleep, and breathe it every moment of it. I mean, basically, the way that I've been operating for the last year or so is to just, I know what's going on. People send me stuff, and I'll be like, okay, whatever. I mean, the bottom line is this is that no matter what, hi, Cindy. Thanks for being here. The bottom line is that there's nothing we can do really to change what's happening up. Okay. The only thing that we can do really is sort of navigate through it, use critical thinking, and figure out what the heck's going on that way. And in all actuality, the only person that really knows what's going on is God. I mean, let's find Jesuit. I mean, other than that, you just have discernment and go with that. Go with your gut. Hi, Jean. So anyway, I just wanted to show everybody I'm wearing my USA today, and my little medallion I got from, of course, Carrie K. So I wanted to shout out to her. I'm going to mention a few things. There's a lot to go. I have dug up quite a bit on this JD Vance character. I was as shocked as everybody else. I'm like, what the hell is going on? But I want to do a couple of things. First of all, if you haven't gone over to Tribe Certified, that is a website that I created with actually Sarah Ashley from Sarah Ashley Astrology. It was her idea. And then I said, well, I'll create that. So I created a website. Basically, if you have a small business and you're in the Soul Tribe and you want to be on there, it's like $7 a month or $70 for the year. It's a little bit of a discount, only because it costs me money. I'm paycheck to paycheck. So it just helps me keep the website going. That's it. Like making money on anything like that. So, but it has. Let me bring it up here. I'll bring it up. I totally forgot to do that. That I was gonna forget. I'm sort of like Delphine in that sense. I forget that I'm gonna do stuff. But anyway, hold on. I'm gonna share my screen with you, and if I can, I'm still live. God, I'm not good at this, as everybody has known if you guys have watched my show before. I'm not as great as Jason. He's an expert at this stuff. Okay, so Soul Tribe Certified. This is the website. I'm going to share my screen. Can you see it? I hope. Oh, wait. Hold on. I thought I was sharing it. Hold on. I screwed something up. Oh, my gosh. I'll get it right eventually, you guys. Here we go. Share my screen. Soul Tribe Certified. Okay, so apparently I hope I'm sharing this. I hope you guys can see this. Okay, so basically this is the website where life, love, and souls connect. Basically like a list of businesses own. So of course I've got Our Lady D Delphine on there, Sarah Ashley Astrology, Wiggly Cane. So that is Golden Eagle Adventures, Audrey's website. She has a lot of dog supplies there. So if you have a dog and you want to go there, that's the website for that. There's Light, Love, and Healing Crochet by Amy Gazelle. She basically she has really special talent for infusing energy in her crochets. It's amazing. And she sent me the beautiful scarf and and little booties and whatever, and she's just amazing. So if you want to check that website out, she's got a lot of stuff there. There's also, of course, Carrie's Crystal Shop, which we know all about. You go over to her Instagram, link is there. She's got pretty much anything that you would want. She is amazing. I mean, she sent me this medallion, the beads I have. She sent me so many crystals and stuff, and she's just a wonderful soul sister. So I love you, Carrie. Thank you so much for all your gifts that you're always sending me. We've got Novine is a new one. This is from Michelle Richardson. She's a member, and she makes jewelry. Beautiful different jewelry. I mean, oh my gosh. So if you go there, you can get $10 off your purchase if you with the Soul Tribe. So that's really good. Of course, we've got our Harley Ray Crystal Shop. She just joined. She has candles. She's got like shop kit in bundles, and she's got bracelets, and she's got crystals, and she's got everything there too. So obviously Harley Ray is one of our Soul Tribe members, and she's wonderful. So anyway, if you want to join, and you can, so if you want to join, you go to what is STC, and you go to that page, and it just describes what it is. And if you want to apply, you click here, and you fill out the application. Then I get it. And then what happens is after that, when I get it, then I go ahead and I look at it, and I do vet people. I'm just letting you know if there's any trolls out there. I actually vet people to make sure that they're a real business, that it's real and not some, bullshit. So anyway, I just make sure that you're legit, and I talk to you usually a little bit, and then I'll put you on, I'll send you an email, and we go back and forth on. The other thing that I did is I created this spiritual connection board, which is, and I am going to be adding a whole bunch of stuff tonight that is going to have everything, because I have so much stuff about the assassination attempt. Was it real? Not real? I have information on a lot of the people that are behind these picking people to run and stuff, like Peter Thiel, a lot of people. So I'm going to probably post it over there on the Spiritual Connection board. So, and any of the videos that I use tonight are going to be there. So you're going to go to the Spiritual Connection board, and it's all free. So you can go there. Like I put the X20. If there's anything that I see that I think that you guys should see, then I stick it here. Okay. And so that's what I kind of want that to be for. The other thing that I did is I put together a page where you can source your food. So there's a list of local farmers markets in your area, and you can click on your state. So I'm in Washington, so I will pick this, and then you can see that all the farmers markets that are in Washington state, you can pull it up. There's the map of everything. Look at them all. So then here's the list, and you can go and you can figure out, which one is closest to you. You can start sourcing your food, because everything is crazy with the food lately. So anyway, so like I said, if you want to join and you're a business and you're a member of the Soul Tribe, just go to the What is STC link. You can fill out the application. It's $7 a month or $75 a year. If you want to just donate to the website, there's a donate button here. All the proceeds, like I said, goes to maintaining this website. It costs me money every single month to keep it going. And then every single year I have to renew the actual domain name, which is money. And I had to put money out in order to get it started anyway. So that's all it's for. So I just wanted to show you guys that. And, feel free to use it. It's free to use. But like I said, if you want to join it, then you have to, pay the monthly. So anyway, so I hope that kind of, hi, Eric. So hi, Ocean. Nice to see you, my buddy. So anyway, so that's Soul Tribe certified. Also, I just wanted to mention that, of course, Trump is supposed to speak tonight. I think he's the final speaker. It starts at 5, they said, Eastern time. So is that right? Yeah, 5:45 Eastern time. So then it's supposed to run till about 10:30 tonight. I'm hoping that I is early enough so that I won't miss President Trump's speech tonight. But I'm going to go over a lot of stuff. So, all right, so here we go. Let's see. Where do I go? All right, so first of all, there's breaking news, or there is some news. There are rumblings, okay? Shout out to Carrie, our aspiring alchemist. She sent this to me just about 15 minutes ago, and she said that on Newsmax, on Carl Higbee show, Mark Halpern is the guy who received information from the Democrat Party that Biden is stepping down. So but it has not, it's not official. This is just third hand from somebody who was watching Newsmax. That's all I know. It hasn't been, as far as I know, it has not been announced officially. But I want to reiterate what that means is or at least this is what I think it means, okay? What I think it means is that when he says he's stepping down, I think he's stepping down as a presidential candidate, okay? They're paving the way. You know, you got to remember the DNC, their thing, I think it's actually 4 weeks from today. I think it's August 18th in, of course, Chicago, which is where Big Mike is from. And so as far as I know, he's stepping down as the presidential candidate. This does not mean that he's not president anymore. So hi, Yvette. Nice to see you. Hi, Angel. Hi, Eric. I don't know who I said hi to and who I didn't, but anyway, I appreciate you guys being here. I hope this is informative for everybody, and feel the DNC convention is next week. Hi, Haunted Doll. Is next week, or I mean, is next month, about 4 weeks away. So they have to have him, down as the presidential. The question is it going to be a Kamala Big Mike? Is it going to be a Kamala? And I don't know. I don't think it's going to be Newsom. People, come on. I don't think it's going to be DeSantis. Somebody mentioned that. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't think she can be president because, as I understand it, and correct me if I'm wrong, because all this information I could be, but it's my understanding that her parents came here as immigrants, but I don't think you have to be naturalized or you have to be citizen 5 years before you're considered. I don't know. It's some weird thing. She was born in the United States, as I understand, but I don't know. Anyway, who knows? I mean, come on, nobody's gonna respect Kamala. So get that out of your mind. She's not gonna. And if she is president, it's gonna be very interim president. The whole goal, I will tell you from what was it? Remember the 16-year plan, Obama and Clinton. Well, it's actually a 24-year plan, people, because the plan was it was going to be Obama for 8 years, and then Big Mike for 8 years. So it was going to be a 4-year span of which Obama would then be in control to transform America, which is what he literally said in 2008 during his campaign. He said he wants to fundamentally change the course of America and the way that we operate. And look, well, here we are. I mean, it's so obvious to see what's going on. It's crazy. So there's that. So I don't know. Obviously, we'll see what happens. I think that they're going to probably announce it. If they don't announce it tonight, they'll announce it tomorrow morning in time. Weekend news, because they need something, and they're trying to deflect. You got to remember, they're trying to get the mainstream media is like blaming Trump. There's all this controversy over the assassination attempt. We're going to do that. I'm going to go through a couple of things with that. but the mainstream media, they're trying to deflect eyes away from that as usual. I mean, it's misdirect, so they need something for the weekend, and so this would probably be it. The other thing that I want to bring up here real quick is Lou Dobbs just died. He is, hold on, I'm going to share my screen, I hope. Let's see. Lou Dobbs, he's been conservative commentary for many, many years. He's a Trumper. It's a huge loss, actually, I think, for the Trump campaign, because he was definitely, supportive of President Trump. So, where is it now? Let's see. Okay, so basically, conservative commentator, Trump ally, Lou Dobbs dies at 68. Conservative icon and longtime political talk show host Lou Dobbs, a staunch reporter for President Trump, died Thursday, 78. He was, and President Trump posted this on Truth Social. Quote, "The great Lou Dobbs has just passed away, a friend and truly incredible journalist, reporter, and talent," Trump wrote. "He understood the world and what was happening better than others. Lou was unique in ways and loved our country. Our warmest condolences to his wonderful wife, Debbie, and family. He will be greatly missed." So that's really sad. This is the post that was on his X account. "It is with heavy heart," quote, "it is with heavy heart that we announce the passing of the great Lou Dobbs," the statement said. "Lou was a fighter till the very end, fighting for what mattered to him the most, God, his family, and the country. Lou's legacy will forever live on as a patriot and a great American. We ask for your prayers for Lou's wonderful wife, Debbie, children, and grandchildren." So, yeah, I mean, he was more than 2 decades at CNN. And then, he's had he achieved a lot. So here, he anchored the nationally syndicated radio program, The Lou Dobbs Show, The Lou Dobbs Financial Report. He won an Emmy Award for Lifetime Achievement in 2005, given by the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences. The Academy also awarded his show, Lou Dobbs Night, an Emmy for exporting America. So another sad moment for the conservative for the conservative movement, for the MAGA movement. Lou Dobbs has died, and it was noted today. All right, so we have that. Then let's see, where am I? Oh my goodness. All right, so now I'm going to turn my attention to, I was talking about Brandon, and hi, Ellen Moody. How are you? I wanted to mention, okay, so I was talking about Brandon, how I think they're going to exit him stage left fairly quickly here within the next 24 hours. I do want to bring up this. So this was actually, I believe this dropped on Friday the 12th. So this was the day before the assassination attempt. The court just nailed Hillary in a $6 million FEC violation case, which was 45 times bigger than Trump's 130,000 so-called violation. So it says here, the amount in question is more than 45 times the 130,000 a Manhattan court convicted. Hold on, I got to make this bigger so I can see what I'm doing here. Convicted former President Trump of yeah. And this is during, this is, what they said. So it says here, it should be noted that the Federal Election Committee and the Justice Department looked at the payments Trump made through his personal attorney and blah, blah, blah. And they declined to prosecute him. But Democrat Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg chose to bring that case to New York law. So hold on. What's interesting is of course, they're talking about Trump, but this is about Hillary Clinton. Regarding the Clinton campaign case, the D.C. Circuit Court found the super PAC correct the Record set out to engage in a wide range of coordinated activities to support Hillary Clinton's 2016 presidential campaign. In an administrative complaint filed with the Federal Election Commission, nonprofit watchdog Campaign Legal Center alleges that Correct the Record spent close to $6 million in coordination with the Clinton campaign during the lead up to the 2016 election, including to conduct polls, hire teams of round-the-clock fact-checkers, and connect Clinton media surrogates with radio and television news outlet, the court said. The three-judge panel noted that Correct the Record coordinated all these activities with the Clinton campaign, but it characterized all the committee's myriad expenditures, from staff salaries and travel expenses to the cost of commissioning polls and renting offices as, quote, inputs to unpaid communications over the internet. For that reason, neither Correct the Record nor the Clinton campaign designated any of the Correct the Record's expenditures as contributions to the campaign, the ruling said. In other words, Correct the Record committed FEC business record violations, if you will, by failing to properly account for money spent to help the Clinton campaign. The FEC had dismissed the complaint against the Clinton campaign, and Correct the Record, citing the internet exception, had allowed them not to list the coordination between the two, but the DC Circuit Court found the decision was an error. We hold, quote, we hold that the commission acted contrary to law in dismissing the complaint because we conclude the internet exemption cannot be read to exempt from disclosure of expenditures that are only tangentially related to an eventual internet message or post. The commission's reading of the internet exemption stretches it beyond lawful limits, the ruling said. And then as to those expenditures that it deemed not to be covered by the internet exemption, the commission, contrary to law. So basically, in other words, the law says that what they were saying basically is that they had, they were going to put it on the internet, so we don't have to note anything. Hold on, that's not true. So anyway, so that's that. So I just wanted to bring that to light because another Hillary Clinton thing was overturned, and thank God. So anyway, so there's that. I want to go into let's see, I talked about Biden. He tweeted that he was sick and will drop out by the weekend. That's what they said. I'm gonna not play that because I already discussed that. I want to. All right, so now I'm gonna go into. All right, so now we gotta go into the Trump assassination nightmare of whatever. So this is the situation. Yesterday I watch it 5% of the time. Okay, the only reason that I watched Restored Republic yesterday was because my friend sent it to me. She's like, you have to watch this. You have to listen to this. So restoredrepublic.co. They, of course, are one of these alternate news sources. People have been within this narrative of that there's a white hat operation, the Q stuff, all this. And so people go to Restore Republic to find out what's going on with the RV and the Nasara Jassara and all that stuff. Anyway, basically what he said is that that the attempt on President Trump's life was actually a staged event by the White Hats because there was chatter that the deep state was planning to do something and they had to take control over the situation, and that that's what it was, that they're trying to expose the horrible Secret Service, the security surrounding, President Trump, and the fact that Biden, he said he didn't want any the Secret Service to even be covering President Trump anymore, because according to him, he's not the president, but whatever. And then this morning, I see this video by Derek Johnson, and we all know who Derek Johnson is. He's a country singer. He was a veteran. He's been around. He's been making the rounds in the truther community for the last couple years here, talking about the law of war, about the behind the scenes operation, about the white hat operation, about the fact that they're trying to go and, they're trying to stop this great reset, which is what Klaus Schwab and the elites want, to transform the world into this one world government. Okay. And he's talking about that the whole thing was fake too. So I don't know. Was it staged? Was it not staged? You got to remember, President Trump, he is a fan of the wrestling, WWE, and there is such a thing called blading, which is what they do on stage, where they make it seem like they're bleeding and all of this. So I don't know. I don't know what everybody else thinks about that, but I'm going to play a few things here, and then you guys can make up your own mind. Obviously, it's everybody, I'm just putting this information out. Okay. And I don't know, I'm going to say what I think is going on. From the moment that I saw it happening, I felt like it was an event. The reasoning behind it, this is what I think. I believe that you have to remember, if in fact this is a captured government, okay, and they are in fact doing this whole white hat operation type thing, there has to be an event that occurs that warrants the military getting involved, because our United States military is not allowed to be on our soil, U.S. soil, on a major event in a crisis type situation, a national crisis type situation. Now, it has been said that President Trump is in for the Marines to I believe, handle all of his, yeah, that could be Jody. I'll mention that in a second, but yeah, they're trying to, obviously, President Trump wants more security, and this would be a way to show how ridiculously, first of all, Secret Service is highly supposed to be trained. I mean, when I saw the picture, this would cracked me up. When I saw, I watched the whole thing unfold, because I was watching, and then I'm texting Delphine, and then Carrie is firing after, but she's texting me, and I'm getting texts from my other friend. I'm getting like so many texts, and people are calling me, and they're going, "See that? Do you know what's going on?" Blah blah blah. It was crazy. It was mayhem. I was like, but when I saw these stupid Secret Service, the guy is 6'4". All right, President Trump is 6'4". I believe that's right. He's 6'4". I don't want to misquote, so let me just look it up real quick, because I don't want people saying she didn't even get his height right. Because here we go. His height. Let's see. Yeah, he's 6'2". He is 6'2" and 240 pounds. They had the shortest. They all surrounded him. First of all, he hits the ground. First of all, what I heard was 2 shots. He hits his ear, and he goes down to the ground, and then they all swarm him. And what they're saying, or they're trying to say, is that during that time that's when they put this fake blood on his ear, and they smeared it. And I'm going to show you a couple of things that, you guys make up your own mind. But when I saw the shortest Secret Service agent female was like in front of him, 5'4", for a 6'2" man, you might as well put him 4'8", okay? You might as well, it was just crazy. I was like, really? So, All right. So anyway, so I was just like, who the hell is like running this show? Because it was crazy. I'm like, what the hell? So anyway, so that's what I was saying. I'm gonna pull up some of you guys. So Jody is saying, I think they're trying to take God out of it. They don't want anybody to think it was a miracle. Well, that's true too. Now, listen, I could see it on both sides. I could see they need a reason in order to get this thing, to get military on our soil. I could see that could be. They also wanted to unify the party during this week, which is the RNC, right? The RNC, let me tell you, the Republican Party thing is, first of all, I just want to say this. I believe truly we have a uniparty. I mean, definitely here in the state of Washington, it has been very divided in the Republican. It's a shit show. All right. There's rhinos, there's, neo-Nazis running the place. And the whole goal of, I believe, the elite and everybody for this one world government, I believe, is to have, a communist regime in there, which is run by technocrats, which means they control all of the production, the distribution of goods and services, and then they would also through the transhumanism, the chip, the hive mind, and all that crap with the chip, and then they can control us, our minds, our bodies, and this. They want total control over everything, and they certainly don't want 8.2 billion people on the planet. So let's just get that straight. That has been made clear for the last 100 years at least. Okay. So, but I digress. So basically the situation is that the, I kind of think that is why that they were trying to figure out a way to get maybe military in here. The other thing is, and also, yeah, I mean, I looked at it and I was like, geez, he did move his head right at the moment. Let me just show you a couple of things here so we can, like, you guys can decide what you want, what you think. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and see what you guys think of this, because I thought it was kind of interesting. Of course, I can't find it now. Where is it? Here. Yeah, this was interesting. Okay, this was today. I got this. I said this is talking about it. Yeesh. I had everything set up, and then my computer, I had to shut it off and turn it back on again. So bear with me for a minute. So this is
how to store and sort all your photos and videos in seconds. No computer knowledge required. This tiny...
Hold on. This guy, James Ross, posted this. And I'm going to go to I think it was here. So what he's contending is that these people right here.
Amno.com. He ushers them forward to the front of the stage. And they just go right away. Is this some sort of collusion between the photographers who snapped these iconic photos and the Secret Service? How did this interaction happen just moments before the shooting started? What does the Secret Service officer say to the photographers just moments before, as he ushers them to the front of the stage for photos, in what would become the most viewed photographs of their careers, I'm sure? The number of people who've seen these photos just back to back to back to back to back over the last 2 days is astounding. Everywhere. You scroll through Twitter, you see these photos dozens of times. On every single thumbnail. That you see on the social media sites. In every single story, waving behind him. Such a photo. What is going on in action right before the act of a normal human, an active shooting situation?
Happened to a country, probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's sad, take a look at what happened. What happened to our country? Probably 20 people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That's a couple of months old. If you want to really see the set.
Moving his hair. Hold. When you're ready. On you. Ready. Move. Up. Move. Go. Hawkeye's here. You ready?
Okay, we are watching live at a rally in
All right, that was that. I don't know what you guys think of that, but this is what I want to say about the what they said about the photographer. So basically what they're saying is that the Secret Service, there were photographers that were behind the stage, and basically there was a Secret Service guy with sunglasses, and he told them to move and to go in the front. And what I find interesting is that he's trying to make the connection that, well, that's not normal for photographers to, be roaming around and trying to get the best pictures and this and that. Let's go back to when Princess Diana was supposedly killed in that car accident. The paparazzi were there snapping pictures while supposedly people are dying in the car. So, anytime there's any type of an event, journalists, photographers, their whole goal is to get the money shot. Okay. I mean, we know Hollywood, we know that that's how it works. So I don't buy that. But I want to bring up another thing. So I'm going to bring up, this is Derek Johnson, I believe, if I'm right, I hope. Yeah, this is Derek Johnson. Hold on. Hold on. God, I'm having so many issues. Okay. Now I just lost the other. All right, I'm going to try and bring up, I want to bring up Derek Johnson. This is what he said. This is from this morning, and what he was talking about as far as this, fake stuff. And I'm not saying that it's not a possibility, but what I'm saying is that I don't know about it. I just don't know. Where is it now? Of course, I can't find it. Eesh. Let me see. I guess I can't find it. But anyway, bottom line is Derek Johnson, what he said, he was talking about, he said that there was somebody with some kind of a blood pellet, and when I noticed President Trump did not have anything in his hand when he stood back up, and all of the Secret Service were surrounding him. He didn't have any blood on his hand or anything, so I don't think he had anything. If that happened, then it would have had to have been one of the Secret Service that did that. And they're saying that he smeared it across his face. But what I saw in the photos, because I looked at the photos very closely, and it looked like droplets, like it was not a smear. So I don't know. I mean, the fact of the matter is like, we're probably never, we're not going to know the full truth about all this, but I feel like it's a possibility that they need to get the military on the ground, and that is one way to do it, to have them overtly basically protect President Trump during this time. So, that's what I'm going to say about that. It's all up to you, but what makes me worry is there are so many different people out there with so many different theories as to what happened. I do think that it was meant to unite the RNC during this week. There's been so much dissension about this and that. You know, I kind of, in my opinion, I mean, I think it could, I think God, I feel like it, I don't know. That's a lot to do that, to get people to fake something like that. And I don't think his voters would appreciate that. If it's a white hat operation, I don't think that's a smart move for the white hats to do. So I'm voting. I don't think it was a staged event. When I say it was a staged event, what I mean, like, the whole thing just seemed weird. I mean, you've got the guy with the ladder. They obviously, people saw him up on the roof. I mean, when I say staged, somebody staged it, and it could be the black hats. I'm hoping it wasn't the white hats, because if there really was a guy that died, then that's, you know, that's horrific is what it is. That they, you know, you can't just play God and run these operations when there's innocent people in the path. There, I don't care if you're a white hat operation, if it's for the best of the good of the people and this and that and blah, blah, blah. The fact of the matter is, when you have a rally like that, an open rally, you cannot have somebody do a fake thing or a fake anything that involves any type of weapons where innocent people can be hurt. So I kind of don't think that the white hats would do that. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, like I said, they mentioned it on Restored Republic, and the reasoning was because they want to have the military to be commissioned to protect President Trump. So I don't know. Take it for what it is. All right. So I'm moving on from this. So the next thing I want to discuss here is, let's see. All right. So I'm going to through a little bit about the RNC. What I found interesting is, so the RNC is in Wisconsin, started on Monday. I've got friends that are there that are with the local GOP here. And you know, they said it's been amazing. And it's just fun to be there with like-minded people that are for the country and for, you know, back from the brink of death, which is where we're at right now. But so Monday morning, I did also want to mention that Judge Can all of the classified documents case against President Trump. So that was the first thing Monday morning. So I thought, well, that's interesting. And then, of course, by Monday afternoon, early evening, Trump shows up with a surprise visit at the RNC, an appearance there. And then that's when he announced that J.D. Vance was going to be his pick for the for her VP. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to try and share my screen because I want you to see this. I actually literally, I mean, and I know that, you know, aren't always what they say, but I literally, I mean, I'm kind of cried when he came out, just because he's sort of the symbol of what America, what we've, you know, because we've been through so much. I just think that I think it was just me with everything that's going on and like all my doubts and my feet, you know, I just kind of let go. It was like crazy. But anyway,
Ladies and gentlemen, an absolute and total shock to the entire nation, and with audible gasps inside of the RNC convention, Donald Trump made a surprise.
Here we go.
Hello, RNC. Is there any doubt who's going to be the next president of the United States? Prayer works. This nation based on faith. Prayer works. Because he was sure, as Donald Trump turned his head just slightly, that the bullet missed him just enough to save his life, to be the next president of the United States. We have believed for so long that God will make some changes.
Crooked Joe Biden just joined Barack Obama for a star-studded fundraiser in Hollywood, folks. They raised over $30 million.
Okay, I lost it. Oh my gosh. This is insane. Hold on. They all of a sudden this commercial cuts in and I'm like, what the heck is that? Hold on. I'm gonna bring you the moment back up. Sorry, everybody. I'm not like as adept as Jason is at this. It's amazing. He's how he does all this stuff. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna bring in.
He's about to make a change in the current administration and send them home. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. Tonight, we make the decision on what's right for America. More prosperity, less gas prices, less food prices, help for our veterans, and God bless our military wherever they are in these United States and abroad. There would be no war.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
If tomorrow all the things hard, I worked for all my life, and I had to start again. Just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, because the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. Nothing to forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. Sing it! God bless the USA.
All right, I just wanted to show a clip of that just because it was just amazing. My friend was there and she said it was like electric. I can just imagine what it was like to be in that audience and like see him coming out and all that. So that was really cool. Yeah, so Blue is saying, let me bring some of your comments up here. Blue is saying apparently one of the security men detailed the day Trump was attacked is a Canadian sniper who did work for the Canadian Prime Minister. Would that be Justin? Yes, that would be Justin Trudeau. And yeah, it not necessarily. I mean, from what I understand, they when they're at least the JFK station, they had people from all over the different parts of I think the couple different countries and whatever coming in and doing it. So I don't know, but that would be Justin Trudeau for sure. Yeah, I mean, this is what I feel too. And I want to preface this by saying I kind of feel like we have jumped timelines anyway, because I think if we hadn't, he'd be almost. I mean, and I do think that, listen, God's hand is moving across the country and across the world. I do believe that there's many things that are going on in the world that shows different miracles if you look and see and pay attention to these things. And I'm not saying that it's not a possibility that the whole thing was staged in order to, you know, for some weird white hat operation purpose. But what I'm saying is that you have to just kind of take it with a grain of salt and navigate and see what happens. You know, I mean, use your discernment no matter what. And I think, you know, there's a lot of questions, and I want to get into J.D. Vance now, because that's when he announced J.D. Vance was going to be VP. And of course, I normally don't do this, but I was so shocked that he would name J.D. Vance the VP. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, this makes no sense. First of all, this guy out of nowhere. So anyway, I dug down, and this is what I found about him. And I mean, you guys have probably seen a lot of this stuff. A couple of things that I wanted to mention, first of all, is J.D. Vance is the first post-September 11 veteran to be on a ticket since John McCain. They are sort of comparing him to John, which I don't like. John McCain, if you remember, he, you know, of course, was with the Clinton administration. He and Hillary Clinton set up the ISIS, right? He is a traitor to this country as far as I'm concerned. Sorry, but that's the truth. And you guys can look up yourself. John McCain, Senator John McCain. And they're comparing him to that, which is a red flag to me. Not only that, he hated Trump. J.D. Vance, okay, he did not like President Trump at all. At all. So I'm like, well, what the heck is this now? Why in the heck are we doing this? Like, how could he possibly be wanting to have this guy as one of his VP? It makes no sense. So here we go. I'm going to bring up an article here that shows everything negative that he has said about President Trump. They're trying to say that he's transformative in the last 2 years. He has changed his way of thinking. At best, because I live in a uniparty state, which is Washington State. At best, this kid is a moderate Republican. And what is a moderate Republican? In my eyes, is a freaking Democrat swing, basically, and support Democrat bills and Democrat agendas. So this makes no sense. I found it interesting. If you look at the picture, you know, body language is everything. That's all I'm saying. All right. Anyway, let's go through. I'm just going to go through some of the things that this kid is. So he is a junior senator of Ohio. He was named President Trump's pick to run on the ticket. He's now one of the most vocal supporters of the former president. But it was not long ago that he had established himself as a strong opponent of Trump's policies. He even referred to as a quote, America's Hitler. Okay. You don't change that deep of a hatred to make that type of statement. America's Hitler, really? I mean, how blasphemous is that, first of all? The Holocaust was one of the single most horrific abuses of power and control that both sides, America and UN, and I mean the EU, everybody funded Hitler. These fucking elites, okay? Look it up. I'm not even going to get into that because it just makes me so angry. How can you name this kid your VP? Okay, after he said he's potentially, quote, America's Hitler. That's number one. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then around the time of the 2016 presidential race, Vance had just gained notoriety for his book, Hillbilly Elegy, based on his own experience of growing up in an impoverished Rust Belt. Many people felt he gave insight to the growing economic discontent in the country, and Vance was given a platform on behalf of conservatives who repudiated Trump's incendiary rhetoric and divisive language. Let's get something straight. I watched this freaking thing. First of all, let me tell you this. I am in the book industry, all right? My book is going nowhere. I mean, unless I'm like talking to somebody and I'm at a booth and I can sell them, then they buy this. But in order to get into this kid, he comes out of, first of all, he was, they talked about in this movie, I'm going to brief synopsis of this movie. So Hillbilly Elegy is on Netflix. And basically they, talk about, he's basically from it's a working class blue collar family in Kentucky called, what was it? Middletown, I think, is what the name of the city that Middletown, and they showed that he was bullied and growing up, and then he had like a psychotic mother who had a drug problem. The grandparents, they all lived on the same street. He lived on the same street with his grandparent. Him and his sister dealt with a lot. Talked about how the grandmother was also her father, and I mean, like, they go through this whole thing, and I'm just like, okay. And then they did a brief. Usually when they do these movies, and the kid is like, supposedly he was in the Marines, he graduated high school, and then he joins for 2 years in order to get money to go to college. That's the story that we're getting. And that then he went to I believe it was Harvard Business School, and he graduated within 2 years, and then he joined Harvard and Yale for law school. Okay, and he graduated in 2013. He was basically given almost a full ride. He was offered the chance to go to Yale. Offered. Just saying. All right. So this Hillbilly Elegy, I mean, first of all, it was directed by Ron Howard, from Yale. You guys do the math. I'm not even going to say the words. Everybody knows what goes on at Yale. I'm just saying, is he a Trojan horse? Is he planted in the Trump administration for a reason? I don't know, but this is just not normal. Okay. He said also in years since, Vance has pursued an extremely conservative path in his effort to seek Trump endorsement in 2022 race, Ohio senator. He adopted a hard right MAGA that includes election denial. He has indicated that unlike Trump's former President Mike Pence, he would have allowed Congress to consider fraudulent slates of the electors for the 2020 election, and suggested that Trump, quote, fire every civil servant in the administrative state and replace them with our people, end quote. He also espoused some tenets of Project 2025, including making it difficult to access divorce. Anyway, the bottom line is this kid did not like him. He also said in April of 2016, he wrote in the New York Times. Now, this kid is writing in the New York Times in 2016. He's a lawyer. He's from Yale. Connecting the dots, okay? July 2016 opinion piece for The Atlantic, which is a very bad, anyway, very opinionated magazine. An opioid for the masses. Vance wrote of Trump's big campaign promises. He never offered details of how these plans will work because he can't. Trump's promises are the needle in America's collective vein. Trump is a cultural heroin. He is heroin like the drug. He makes some feel better for a bit, but he cannot fix what ails them, and one day they'll realize it. He said, quote, I'm a never Trump guy, Vance said in an interview with Charlie Rose in 2016, according to Politico. I never liked him. And then Vance, as the campaign was going, he also Vance amped up the messaging on NPR and said, quote, leading the white working class to a very dark place with campaign promises that range from immoral to absurd, he wrote in the USA Today. This, I mean, seriously, and this is who we're supposed to embrace here. Does this make sense to anybody? He wrote on Twitter and has since deleted it, post that called Trump's reprehensible and condemned him for fomenting fear and division in another since deleted Twitter post used against him by his Senate race opponent. He wrote, "My God, what an idiot." Okay, so who's the idiot? Are we idiots if we accept this guy? Is Trump, what is the deal here? I don't understand. Why is this kid the VP? I don't get it. Explain this to me. I am just floored by it. The other thing is, let's see. Now, I do want to share. Basically, they're saying that they came to the decision. The inside story Trump basically is that Don Jr. and Eric went to bat for him. So I don't understand. He's so great. I'm very confused by this whole thing. I just don't know. This kid, you don't change. One thing I do know is that you change your ideologies and what you think is within your soul. That much I know. Just because of me, okay? Is there time in a place where like you kind of search yourself and you're like, okay, like when you're young, what is it that you believe? What do I believe? What do I think is going on? Do I really feel this way? Perspective about yourself. And kind of, it's a growing thing, right? He got a full ride to Yale from somebody, which I believe is Peter Thiel, and we're going to go into that in just a second. Hi, Lady D. Lady D has showed up. Yay. I know she had a reading to do and stuff. But anyway, JD, so my bottom line is that especially if you are approached at Yale by Peter Thiel. Okay, I'm going to go into this. Let me bring this up. So Peter Thiel, he met Peter Thiel. Yale Law School paved the way. Let me see. Where is it? Trying to find where it is. He basically really loved what Peter Thiel is about. Peter Thiel is a bazillionaire. He funds a lot of people. He funds people within the technocracy, with involving the transhumanism agenda, and automating basically people so that they're not human anymore. And he basically, this kid kind of veered him, and he met he met Peter Thiel, I believe, when he was at Yale, and he actually worked for Peter Thiel in his firm as a lawyer in 2013, I believe it was. I'm going to try and find, but I want to bring up Peter Thiel because he is a big part of reshaping America, and that's what we're talking about here through the political arena, and then also through pop culture. That's why these people go on Joe Rogan's show, okay? That's why they're normalizing a lot of this AI and the transhumanism stuff. They want people to use it as much as possible. It's crazy what's going on. So this is Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel has many different companies. Most of them are government funded. That he has contracts with governments that he's using. That's how he gets money. But he's right now, as far as the World Economic Forum, this is on their website, okay? Peter Thiel is president of the Clarion Capital Management, a global macro hedge fund with offices in San Francisco and New York. He oversees the firm's research, investment, and trading strategies. He's also partner in the Founders Fund, a U.S. $50 million venture capital firm. In addition to managing Clarion, Thiel is active in a variety of philanthropic and educational pursuits. He sits on the board of directors of the Pacific Research Institute and on the board of visitors for Stanford Law School. And where did you hear that? He went to school for Stanford Business School. So he probably met him there, such as Stanford Law School. Let's see. He also serves on the boards of nonprofit educational organizations such as Stanford Law School, where he has also taught, and the Hoover Institute. Before starting Clarion, he served as chairman and CEO of PayPal. So he's one of the ones that started PayPal. An internet he co-founded in December of 1998 that was acquired by eBay and for $1.5 billion. Thiel began his financial career as a derivatives trader at CS Financial Products after practicing securities law at Sullivan and Cromwell. He won a Herman Lay Award for entrepreneurship in 2005, received a BA in philosophy from Stanford University and a JD from Stanford Law School. So this guy, but he has his hand in politics. That's my point. He has his hand in politics, and I think that JD Vance is part of this whole thing with him. He's friends with him. He worked with him. He, I believe, probably helped fund his schooling. And it just makes me wonder, that's all I'm saying. I'm just, you just have to take all these things and then wonder what's the motive behind all this, because it just doesn't make any sense to me that he would pick JD Vance to be his VP unless there's somebody behind them pushing into this, because the only thing that makes sense is that maybe, if you're going to transform America and you're trying to this one world thing, you were going to want, and you're funding transhumanism, and you're funding control of, production and products, and then you want to control people's minds with the chip and all that. I mean, it's all connected is what I'm saying. And we just have to be careful. And I'm not saying that that's exactly what is going on, but what I'm saying is that to think about it, we need to question and we need to pay attention to what's going on, because the bottom line is that these elites, they want prison planet. I mean, did you ever wonder why in the hell, Amazon just wants, it's so funny, these commercials for Amazon, that everybody's just at home ordering shit off of the internet. How about going out to the fucking mall like everybody else used to do? How about doing that? How about going out and enjoying a movie? How about going out to dinner? They want everybody in their fucking homes ordering shit and being afraid to go out. That's what, and then that way they can monitor everything. They want you on the internet. They want to know everything that you're doing. And it's disgusting. I mean, this is not what freedom is. That's not what freedom is. I mean, they've got us boxed in as it is. So it's crazy to me. So I don't know. I'm just very, very concerned about this kid. And I have no idea why they picked him, but I wanted to, let me show you this. I'm going to share my screen again. This is another article that I found. This is from Business Insider, actually. It says here, Peter Thiel plays kingmaker again as Trump picks JD Vance for Veep. There he is right there. That's him. And it says here that, if I can get to it, it says here, this is a defining moment in the career of another venture capital. Hold on. For another venture capitalist, Peter Thiel. For 39-year-old Vance, the now Ohio senator picked for Donald Trump on Monday to be his running mate in the Republican Party's battle for the White House a career in politics, let alone position as the right-hand man of the former president, may never have happened without an early bet from Silicon Valley's top kingmaker. There it is. In plain black and white. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is actually from the businessinsider.com about Peter Thiel and how they groomed this kid and they chose him to be the VP. Now, what does that say about President Trump? I don't know. Why is he going along with this? Can somebody tell me that? I don't know. I'm confused on this. It says here, Trump praised Vance's very successful business career in technology and finance. However, President Joe Biden called out Vance for talking a big game about working people, despite wanting to, quote, raise taxes on middle-class families while pushing more tax cuts for the rich. Whatever. They all tax cut for the rich. The only person that I know of that cut taxes for the little people was President Trump. That's all I'm saying. Now, they talk about the Thiel effect. For Vance, Thiel's influence first left the mark when he was still a student. In 2020, he recalled his first encounter with the investor in 2011 after Thiel turned up at his law school at Yale and give students a run-through of classic Thielisms. Corporate ladder climbing should subject a person to a life of meaninglessness, Thiel said. The, quote, technological stagnation gripping a society that wheat but didn't have a solution to problems such as dementia and energy use that increasingly dirtied the planet. Needed a rethink, he added. Vance, who admitted he had no idea what to expect at the time, said the talk was a significant moment of him in Yale Law School. He helped explain the consequential move he made in 2000, joining Thiel's JRR token-inspired investment firm, Mithril Capital, as a junior investor. Following a 2-year stint at Mithril, Vance joined Revolution, a firm co-founded by former chairman Steve Case. Thiel later invested heavily in Vance's venture capital firm, Naria Capital, also backed by Mark Andreessen of the Andreessen Horowitz and former Google CEO Eric Schmidt. This kid is connected. He's connected to all the technocrats, guys. Vance's business career wasn't all roses. He also served on the board of the agricultural app Paris, which lawsuits for overstating numbers such as retention and high misleading investors in public statements. At Parvis filed a lawsuit in 2023, or filed for bankruptcy. It was during his early years as an investor that he published Hillbilly Elegy, his coming story in a working Ohio family. Though the 2016 book didn't mention Trump, so many of its readers, it provided a glimpse of the minds of his supporters. Really? This kid wasn't even a supporter of Trump. How could that be? Like, does that even make sense? Oh, he hated Trump in 2016. He was a never Trumper. So I'm very confused. It says while Vance was not a Trump supporter and actually publicly derided him, his book turned him into a champion for the working class on a national stage. Well, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with supporting American? Can I know? I'm so disgusted. This is the narrative. Okay, stop reading this because I'm just getting angry and it pisses me off. It's like, this is how they build up. This is how they build a candidate. Okay, and there's nothing wrong. The left and basically the Union Party, they look at America as just white people. Americans are from every shape, size, and color background. Okay, legal Americans. I am so sick. The rhetoric and the bullshit says that, oh, if I'm white, made in the shade. No, I do. I live paycheck to paycheck, barely make it every month, and I'm so fucking sick of that. It's a stupid mindset. It is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Everybody is struggling. Have you looked at the gas prices? Have you looked at the food? Every time I go to the grocery store, it's at $1 or $2 more for a product that I bought 3 weeks ago. I mean, it is asinine. There is only people that are making money in this juncture, at this juncture, are the people from Amazon, the Bezos, Zuckerberg, all these motherfuckers that own it, that own these corporations, that's got every, it's a monopoly at this point. I'm so sick of the rhetoric. And so what they're trying to do is they tried to say that his life as a, basically a poor white kid, they were just have a lot. They own their homes, but I mean, they didn't have a lot of money either. He had credit cards out the zoo that he had to, and they're just trying to box us into this stupid stereotype. It's like saying all black people are awful. I mean, that's not even true. Not true. I mean, you can't say just one race or the other is bad or is one certain way. We're all rich. We're not rich. The only people who are rich are the people who are making money off of everything, the elites. And I'm just so annoyed with this whole situation. It's disgusting, and it's meant to divide people. It's not meant to unite people. We all have to kind of band together here and start thinking about what we want to leave our children. Do we want to leave our children this country where, everything is just a shit show, where you're totally controlled from morning, noon, and night? Like, they have to know what my body temperature is when I'm sleeping. They want to put in your head through frequencies and all this bullshit. I mean, really? Is that what you want for your grandkids and your great-grandkids? Is that the type of country that you want to leave? Do you want to leave it that way? All I'm saying is that this kid, J.D. Vance, I don't know why he was chosen, other than this is how they create a politician. I mean, that's the only thing to think of that makes sense in this whole thing. But I'm so sick of the rhetoric. I'm sick of the way the mainstream media it's awful. It's disgusting. I'm over it. There is not as much racism as what people think in this country. And you know who's racist? These fucking mainstream media people that all they talk about is that. It's disgusting. Most people are just Americans. They're trying to get by. Let's try to keep everybody as we're all human beings. How about that? If you're born in America, no matter what your background is, fucking American. You don't have to be using this identity politics to divide yourself and play victim. And I don't. Listen, let me tell you, the whole system, people are screwing this country over like you would not believe. And our taxes are used to help other countries and not our own people. And we need somebody in there that's going to help the American people and America and these people off. I'm so over it. And I don't know what in the hell the deal is with this J.D. Vance. All I know is that I'm at a loss, because after what I found, his connection to Peter Thiel, which is he's a technocrat. In fact, he funds Elon Musk. He funds a lot of different technical companies. It's outrageous. I just don't even know. So the bottom line, folks, is that this kid, I don't understand what they're doing with this. I really don't. It makes no sense to me. If you do want to transform America into this crazy technocrat where everything is under control, and you're in a hive mind, chipped up to the hive mind, the Starlink. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me at all. So I'm worried about the situation, and I don't even know where to go from here at this point. But another thing I wanted to bring up really quickly is JD's his main focus as far as his voting record goes. Let me put it up. I wasn't going to, and then I'm like, well, I'll just bring it up real quick here. Let's see. So the other thing about JD Vance is, I mean, he talks about that he's going, I mean, he talked, yes, last night he did a speech. He was on for about 18 minutes and he talked about, making things better. He wants to take the farms back from Bill Gates. He wants to, lower taxes. He wants to get all of the working class people working again, bringing in, making things USA here in the UA, starting production here in the US, back to our roots. So, but I mean, that's all rhetoric as well. I mean, we don't know what he's going to do, but what I will say, which I thought was so interesting, and I'm going to pull this up. I looked at his voting the bills that he's sponsoring, okay, and things that he's been putting forth. He 21% of his time, the bills that he's sponsoring are health related, and 21% is immigration. The other thing I want to say is his wife, and I forget, Usha. Hold on, JD Vance's wife. I forget how to say her name. Her name, I think she's Indian descent. And Indian family of Usha Vance, wife of Trump's. She is a lawyer as well, and she is she went to law school, and who knows if she was maybe a part of some of these quote Yale clubs. I'm just going to say that I do not know. I'm just saying. The fact that the two of them are from Yale is a huge flag to me as well. She was a law clerk, U.S. Yeah, this is so interesting. Let me share it. Can you guys see this? I don't even know if you're seeing this. No, you can't see this. Hold on a second. Share my screen again with this because it's very interesting that I saw with her. So she is, so his wife, Usha Vance, was a law clerk to the U.S. Chief Justice Kavanaugh, which I thought, well, that's interesting. Here. So Reuters said the close India-based family member who attended their wedding in Kentucky 2014 attributed Usha Vance's success to the mindset that one accomplished something from some top institute or with messages ever since JD Vance's name was announced, that the family member who did not want to be maimed to avoid public attention as spikes in the media. I sent her a congratulatory message, wishes. She was also elated. Usha Vance and her sister in the States did not respond to requests. Okay. Indian media may have hailed her as the latest among several Americans with roots in India rising to fame, including the U.S. President, Vice President Kamala Harris, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella, sorry if I'm botching the name, Google CEO Sundar Pichai, and former Republican president hopefuls Nikki Haley and Vivek Ramaswamy, who was and Usha Vance's classmate at Yale. Ding, 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 red flag. She also, where is it? Yeah. Usha Vance was a law clerk to U.S. John Roberts. Okay, we know his deal. I'm just saying. And later became a U.S. attorney at U.S. law firm Munger, Tolles, and Olson LLP. She resigned after J.D. Vance was named the Republican vice presidential candidate. So that's a whole other thing. There's just things that we need to pay attention to and look at during all this craziness that's going on. The other thing, I think that's pretty much what I wanted to say about JD Vance. I have some concerns, some very big concerns, and I don't know where we're going from here. The last thing I'm going to say is that if you notice, so JD Vance, as I said before, he did his speech last night, and he finished. He did like an 18-minute speech at the RNC last night. But what really, I was like, red flag USA here. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember Bill Clinton's campaign, and when he won in, what was it, 92, and then 96. Well, this caused me to have a huge alarm. Last night, after JD spoke, everybody was going up on the stage, and what song do you think they played? Do you guys remember? Did you guys pay attention? Do you know what song was played last night after JD Vance spoke? I'm going to just play this for you, and then you guys can tell me. And who's on stage, people? If that's not a red flag, I don't fucking know. There they are. Look, there's Michael Jackson. You gotta worry. I'm just saying. Alright, well, I'm not gonna play this anymore. But anyway, that's what was playing after JD Vance did his speech last night. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me, people? Does anybody remember this shit? I mean, do they think that we don't remember this crap? What the fuck was that? I mean, are they trying to like pull in the Clinton fans to vote for JD Vance and Trump? I mean, I don't understand this. It is a clown show, Krell. Krell's like, it's a clown show. Wake up. I understand that that's a possibility, but on the other hand, I mean, if people don't fucking see what the fuck's happening at this point, really? Is that where we're at, people? I'm just saying. This is like insane to me. It's insane. Anyway, I'm just, whatever. And yeah, so I want to leave. I'm gonna pull a few cards. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to pull any cards. What I'm going to do is I know you guys probably want. Do you guys want me to pull cards or not on JD Vance? I was going to pull cards, but I don't know. I'm like, let me do this. I'm going to play. The last clip play for you is Kai Madison Trump. That little, that girl, she's Don Jr.'s eldest daughter. So Trump's eldest granddaughter got up yesterday and addressed the RNC, which was so cute. So I want to play this for you guys, and then we'll talk about pulling cards. So let me see. I gotta share my screen. This is so cute too, what she said. So I'm gonna play it. It's about 5 minutes long, but I do want to play it. So bear with me, and here we go.
Good evening, America. Before I begin my remarks, I'm going to do something a little uncharacteristic. A Trump is going to give up the microphone. Doesn't happen often. You may never see it again. But I got a call on Monday morning from a young lady who said, "Dad, I want to speak at the RNC." I want to speak at the RNC because I want America to know what my grandpa is actually like. So for the first time ever on a stage, first time ever giving a speech, I want to bring out my eldest daughter and the eldest granddaughter of the President of the United States, your favorite president, Kai Madison Trump.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kai Madison Trump. I am the granddaughter of Donald Trump. I'm speaking today to share the side of my grandpa that people don't often see. To me, he's just a normal grandpa. He gives us candy and soda when our parents aren't looking.
I love it.
He always wants to know how we're doing in school. When I made the high honor roll, he printed it out to show his friends how proud he was of me. And he calls me during the middle of the school day to ask how my golf game is going and tells me all about his. But then I have to remind him that I'm in school and I'll have to call him back later. When we play golf together, if I'm not on his team, he'll try to get inside of my head. I know. And he's always surprised that I don't let him get to me. But I have to remind him I'm a Trump too.
I love that.
Even when he's going through all these court cases, he always asks me how I'm doing. He always encourages me to push myself to be the most successful person I can be. Obviously, he sets the bar pretty high, but who knows? Maybe one day I'll catch him. On Saturday, I was shocked when I heard that he has been shot, and I just wanted to know if he was okay. It was heartbreaking that someone would do that to another person. A lot of people have put my grandpa through hell, and he's still standing. Grandpa, you are such an inspiration, and I love you. The media makes my grandpa seem like a different person, but I know him for who he is. He's very caring and loving. He truly wants the best for this country, and he will fight every single day to make America great again. Thank you very much.
That was great. I love her. She was fabulous. That's our first time ever speaking. Yes, it is a mind fuck. I'm gonna say this lastly. Yeah, this is a mind fuck for sure. Is it possible that this is a? I just want to let me do this. I wanted to take you through. This is I wrote this down, and I just want to say this because this is how they build a politician. Okay. They build up their background. So JD Vance is Middletown, America, bullied, roots of a crazy fam, psychotic drugger mom, a stern mother, grassroots blue collar working family. He joins the Marines out of high school to earn money for college, big question mark. Does 2 years and then is a Harvard Business School grad and then Yale Law School. And then he ends up, Peter Thiel shows up in law school. He meets Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel then is on his radar. Then he and his wife graduated, both lawyers, 2013. Other presidents that have graduated from Yale: Gerald Ford, Papa Bush, Junior Bush, and Bill Clinton. His wife is of Indian descent. Now there's a lot of people from India that have infiltrated, as I mentioned before. Then all of a sudden he writes this book, Hillbilly Elegy, and he voila, makes it into the New York bestseller list 2016. Really, it is so hard to get anywhere with your book. Let me tell you, I'm in the trenches with that. The day that makes it to the New York bestseller, I just don't even know. Unless you're in with these people, I just don't see it happening, honestly. I mean, that's how they do it. So then they kind of, and then all of a sudden, award-winning, you know, Emmy, Grammy, whatever, Emmy nominee, whatever, director Ron Howard all of a sudden is commissioned to make a movie with Glenn Close, the far leftist, crazy, you know, nut job actress on the planet. Glenn Close plays the grandmother in this movie. He makes it for, and then President Trump endorses him in 2022. That's how they make a politician. That's what I see with this JD Vance. And I just think it's very important for me to talk about it and to point it out. Not that he's, you know, could he be a Trojan horse, and could he be somebody that was that is truly maybe a white hat undercover? I don't know. But at this juncture, I feel like he's a wolf in sheep's clothing. And basically, you know, we'll see what happens. So do you guys want me to pull cards on a few things? I do have a list of things that I was going to ask, but do you guys want me to do that, or what do you think? Lady D, should I pull cards? What do you think, Lady D? She's the queen of the tarot. What do you think? I don't know. Yeah, it is a shit show. Let me go back and look at a couple of these what you guys are saying, because I'm trying to remember to incorporate you guys into my let's see. So Blue is saying, my Irish grandfather used to take me out often just so we could talk and have great real conversations about what I was coping with at home. He checked on me regularly. He was a massive gift. Yeah, I know. Isn't that, you know, we lived far away from my grandfather. On my mother's side is the only grandfather that I ever knew, because my grandfather on my side died before I was born of a heart attack. Like 3 or 4 months before I was born, he died. So I never met him. But on my mother's side, he was basically the only grandparent that we had from the time I was 14 on, because my father's mother, my Nana, I was very close to, and she died when I was 14. That was devastating. But anyway, yeah, and I mean, like, he was great. He told me about how our family came over from Calabria, Italy. My mother is from Calabria, Italy. My great-grandfather came over on a ship into New York Harbor in I believe it was 1901, he said. And he didn't have anything. They kept him in quarantine 10 days. He didn't have anything, wasn't given any money, wasn't given any rations, wasn't given shit. He had the clothes on his back, whatever he had in his bag, and that's it. And they let him, they let him out. He worked his butt for a year. And then he saved enough money to have his wife and his son and 2-year-old daughter come on the boat. But before they made it to the harbor, before they were supposed to come into New York, his 2-year-old little daughter died. And my grandmother is the first first person in his family to be born in the United States. So my roots are from Calabria, Italy. Now, on my father's side is 3/4 Italian and 1/4 Irish. My grandmother, my Nana, that I was very close to, she was from Ireland. She's Irish, and she was Italian. So anyway, and I don't know much about that side of the family, because, you know, we're just not that close. So, but I was close to my grandfather, and he was wonderful, and he would come visit us. And you guys want me to pull cards? Okay, we have a wonderful people in Canada whose families have been here since the railroad. Wow, that's amazing. We also have Indians who don't care about Canada whatsoever. It's sad. Yeah, Blue. So, yeah, and I mean, like, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong. I mean, I think it's fantastic. People come here, they work for the American dream, and that's amazing. That's awesome. And I have no problem with it. What I have a problem with is coming in, making connections with these technocrats that have billions of dollars that are trying to transform this country into something that it wasn't supposed to be. It's not supposed to be a prison it. It's not supposed to be a country where everything is on a fucking computer and everything is monitored and everything is controlled and all the food is controlled and nobody can have a farm, nobody can have animals, nobody can do this, nobody can do that. That's not what life is supposed to be about. God doesn't want that for us. And I just hope and pray that everybody, when you vote, when you look at people that in your own town to vote, you do the due diligence. It takes maybe an hour. Look some stuff up. Look at their voting record. Look at what they're talking about. Read between the lines sometimes. I mean, these politicians say the same thing over again. The only politician or the only person that's ever followed through on anything that they've said is President Trump. That much I know. That much I know. Just because I lived through it. So when he says he's going to bring America back, he's going to bring America back. He's going to pull us out of all this globalist bullshit. And my question is, why Vance? I don't trust the kid. I'm concerned. That's all I'm saying. I'm concerned. And I'm concerned because I know who he's connected to. I'm pretty sure that's who, helped him pay for Yale. And that's all I'm saying. So anyway, that's what I have to say about all that. And I just I'll post some cards. Let me see. So I did my little prayers before I came on, but I'm going to do this. May only the truth and authority and power from Almighty God and Lord Yeshua come through these cards and answer to my questions. In the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, glory be to God, so be it, and amen. All right, so the first question is, I'm going to focus on J.D. Vance, okay? So let's just say, is J.D. Vance a Trojan horse for the White Hats? Let's say this. Or let's say, why don't we say this? Why don't I do this? How about this? I'm going to do this question first. Is J.D. Vance, Father God of Yeshua, is J.D. Vance a wolf in sheep's clothing or no? Is J.D. Vance a wolf in sheep's clothing? Yes or no? Okay. Oh my God. Holy complete. Oh my God. All right, you guys, you ready? Holy shit. Yes, he's not good, people. Something that they've been planned for a very long time. Walked it away, morning to light, and so you can read it in so he's there to bring the demise of America down, is what I'm saying. Is he bad? Is he a wolf in sheep's clothing? I'm saying yes. Something that was planned for a very long time. Walk away from a constitutional government, walking away into the money system, the new money. That's a huge yes too. That's a manifestation. That's huge. That's a physical yes. Yes. So he's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Let me ask this. I'll ask this. I mean, this is crazy. Okay. So let me ask this, Father God and Lord Yeshua, is J.D. Vance, is he a wolf in sheep's clothing, but working for the White Hat Alliance? Yes or no? Is he working for the White Hat Alliance? Yes or no? Wow. Hold on. Huh. Well, okay. So I'm saying he had a decision to make. It can be either or. But I'm looking like he's working independently, but also that represents him. He's a businessman. He's learned. I get the feeling that he's been through some stuff. Okay. And he could be working for the White Hats, actually. Maybe he went to them. It was a quick thing. It was communication with the White Hats. It's a strategy that they're using. And that's Trump, the White Hats. What? So I'm thoroughly confused. I mean, Lady D, what do you say about this? I'm totally confused because I do think that, in other words, the question was is he for the White Hats, and I got that he has a decision to make if he wants to be independent or if he's gonna go in with these people. That's what I'm getting. Interesting. All right, well, let me ask this. Let's see. Where's my other question? Oh, yeah. Is J.D. Vance a member of Skull and Bone? Oops, hold on. I dropped. Oh, man. Oh. Let's see. Okay. Father God and Lord Yeshua, is J.D. Vance a member of Skull and Bones? Yes or no? Okay. Yes. There it is. He is. Huge. That's amazing. Wow. Wow. Okay. There you have it. So he is bad and he's not. I think he has a decision to make. I got swords before. He has a decision to make if to be independent, or part of this. Okay. So let me ask this. Lord Yeshua, was he chosen by Peter Thiel and the transhuman oligarchs? Father God and Lord Yeshua, was Vance chosen by Peter Thiel and the transhumanism oligarchs, the technocrats? Yes or no? Okay, here we go. Yep, here's the tower card again. That's the second time I've gotten. Yep. He had decision. Yeah. They had two different candidates, and it's true. They were looking at, I think, was it Blakely or something like that? They were looking at two different candidates. So, yeah. And it's something that's been hidden. There's other stuff going on behind the scenes. Definitely. There's another agenda going on. So the big answer is yes, that's truth. And victory, yes. Another yes card. Yeah, and he card again. He has to make a decision. He had to make a decision, and that was the decision that he made. Wow, I'm in shock. Okay, let me ask this. I'm gonna ask two more questions, and then I think President Trump is getting ready to take the stage shortly. So I need to get off, and I know people want to watch that. So I'm going to ask this: will they? Let's see, where was it? Is J.D. Vance, Father God and Lord Yeshua, is J.D. Vance going to advance the transhumanism agenda of Peter Thiel and the technocrats that are trying to make that happen? Yes or no? Father God and Lord Yeshua, is J.D. Vance going to advance? J.D. Vance, is he going to advance the transhuman agenda for Peter Thiel and the other technocrats? Yes or no? Okay. Wow. Wow. Yep, the answer's a resounding yes. So, yes, that's a yes card. There's been an agreement made. This is another yes card, huge yes card. And it's to pigeonhole people and keep them tied up in the prison planet to change the world. So the answer is yes. That's all I'm saying, folks. So you guys take with what you will from that. I don't know. I think that's it for me. I think that's going to be interesting to see what happens. Just keep your eye on JD Vance. You now know how they build a politician. I hope that you guys understood what I was saying. And just all I'm saying is this. You just got to ask yourself why. Why? What's going on? What's the deal? The other thing I just want to say is, you know, this information was all public. It's nothing that is like, you know, crazy, off the wall. It's not from conspiracy theory websites. It's from the actual business, you know, business news, the WEF website, you know, the different websites. So public information. It's all information that's out there, articles that have been written by, you know, various entities. You guys may decide what you guys think, but I hope that if you have any comments, please leave them in the comments after you watch this. I'd be interested to hear what you guys think, and I hope that you guys have a great and enjoy what I'm anxious to see what President Trump is going to say. It should be interesting. So I will see you guys tomorrow, Friday, at 8 p.m. Pacific. 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 Pacific. I believe that Lady D and Jason are doing a show tomorrow, so I'm sure they're going to talk about Trump's speech and probably delve more into JD Vance, which I think Delphine needs to pull cards too on him, because I got that he's bad. I don't know. I'm saying that's what I got. So anyway, so I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow in chat over Warrior Network. All right. See you later. Bye, guys. Love you.